Hello and welcome to the Two Red Robins Buttercup Farm SVG demo. In today's demo, we're going to be showing you how to utilise the mats and layers to create your own bespoke card blank or indeed plaque into which we can then add the reflection artwork from the SVG and just embellish it and make it your own. We're also going to utilise some of the functionality of the scan and cut and the inbuilt designs in that as well. We're going to go into, to start, pattern, and for this demonstration I'm going to be making a wall plaque or a door plaque for a children's bedroom. So I'm going to scroll down to find a nice font, perhaps this one here, and we're going to use a capital letter just like so, and the letter I'm using is R for my little boy Reuben. When I saw Buttercup Farm, I thought this is the perfect collection for a little boy's bedroom because it features that wonderful tractor Betsy. So we're going to create this as our unique shape. So we're going to go with the letter R. Of course, it could be any letter that you would like to work with. We're going to edit it, an object edit, to make it much bigger. So it really is a feature then on a bedroom door. We're going to increase the height to a nice large size. So we're looking probably for this demonstration around 185 millimeters. So I'm just using the plus button to increase that up to 185 height, giving us a nice workspace where we can add in detail and decoration. We're going to click OK. We're then going to cut that initial shape out of the background paper from Buttercup Farm. And when we cut it, it's going to look something like this. You're going to have that letter, but it's going to be a scenic background. So it all kind of then works together just like this here to give you that scenic backdrop on the letter, just like so. Okay, so this could be any number of your pattern papers. I've just chosen to use the download available with Buttercup Farm to then detail that design. From there, we want to create our surround for this design. So once we've placed our letter R, we want to start working with an offset line. Now, just a word of note, if you're a CM model user, we have a really helpful tutorial on creating that offset line in Canvas. Mel does it as part of the monthly downloads, and it's well worth a look. It's a really great little video. If you're working on an SDX machine like this one, your offset line is this little button here. It looks like a circle within a circle. And we just click on that, and then we choose the amount of offset we want. So I think for this one, we're creating a matten layer. So we want maybe about 4 mil around that initial shape, just like so. We click OK, and it will drop down onto the mat, but the original R will still be outlined. We want to take that R to one side, just to make sure we're working with the right one, and bin it off, clicking OK, leaving us just the design of that offset that we placed down. From here, this is going to be our matten layer for the other designs and the other elements. So from here, we click OK, and we want to add to that R some of the patterns from the USB Buttercup Farm. So we're clicking Buttercup Farm, and let's start with the tractor because I don't know about anyone else, but my little boy's favourite thing is tractors, so this was perfect. Instead of using the reflection cuts, we are creating that mat around the letter itself. So we want to be working with the mat cuts for our tractor and the original mats like so. They will then drop down onto our work mat and we click OK. Now, I want to be working with this largest size tractor, so we're going to go into edit. We don't need the other files, so we can just toggle through on our arrows and delete off any of the tractors we don't necessarily need on this page right now. So just using the little bin icon and clicking OK to remove any of the tractors we're not working with, leaving us just the original one like so. Let's then take that down, drag and drop that, and it sits overlapped on that letter R. So you can see how we're forming this kind of unique card shape or this unique plaque shape design. From here, we can add even more detailing. So maybe let's go into object edit, let's just come out of that, back into add, retrieve data from our USB. This is one of our Craftmaster USBs that I've added the Buttercup Farm to, and we can't make a plaque without using our little Bruce, our gorgeous little cow. So for him, again, original mat layer, little moo cow, and click OK. That's going to drop down onto our mat. Again, we can drag and drop. But because the letter R is the kind of feature piece of this design, I'd like Bruce, the cow, to be looking towards that letter R. So if we go into Object Edit whilst Bruce is still selected and just flip that, we can also then just change his orientation so he's standing on his little legs, just using the 10° and also the 1° increments until he's standing nice and sort of upright against the design. And we can drag, click OK, and drag and drop him down so he's stood perhaps just in front of the tractor like so. Again, we can click OK and OK. And this time around, I feel like we need to kind of add detailing around the back of the letter and of course over the top of the tractor there as well. So again, let's choose a pattern from Retrieve Data on our USB. And this time around, let's go in with some of the blossoming buttercups. But I want them to be quite a feature in this piece. So matte layers, and let's use the large mats for this. And OK. Similar thing as what we did with Bruce. I'd like the detailing facing into the letter, so we can select that item that we've just placed down, edit it, Object Edit, and then flip that as well. So now we've got just a little buttercup piece, perhaps coming over the edge of the R at the top there, linking these two elements together. But I don't just want one, let's have two on our mat there as well. So we can just give that more height over the other side and a little bit more structure. Okay, so we're laying these objects on to create that whole plaque. One last finishing touch. Let's click OK and add another one of the matte layers from Buttercup Farm. This time around, let's go with some more flowers, but something that's going to create like a nice fill in the background. So matte layers in our farmyard cluster. Again, let's use a larger layer as well, just so it gives it a little bit more detailing. Once again, let's choose to flip the object. So all the detailing is facing into the R. Click OK, and then drag that down so it sits behind the cow, perhaps behind the buttercups there a little bit, and of course just encompassing that tractor as well. So now we've got our R and we've got all of these details off to the side. We want to make this one whole piece, one whole cutaway element. So let's go ahead and select everything on the mat. And in Object Edit, we can tell the machine to weld them together. Now, because there's a lot of lines and things, it needs to have a little think. It will then produce you an image of what that looks like welded. We are going to say OK. And then once you're happy with the layout, choose a nice sort of matte layer to cut from. So for this particular design, I've gone ahead and chosen one of the blues from the Craftmaster cardstock range. So you can see you've got the details cut away, you've got little shapes here, but you can already see where the elements can start being placed in. You've got this unique shape that encompasses all of that reflection artwork. Let's go ahead and make a second layer, which could either be your card blank or indeed could be your surround for this plaque. Taking that shape, once we've cut it out, moving it down just a little bit so you've got even more room around the design. Again, let's just make sure we've got room on the other side too. Let's put an offset line on this one. Remember, if you are working on a CM model, you'll have to do this bit in Canvas. And this time around, let's go with another 4mm. But because we're building in quite a lot of shape to this one, it will take a little while. Just click up in those increments from the 1.5mm right up to the 4. I'm not going to click all the way, but it's just to give you an idea of how that little piece comes together. Clicking those arrows up. Once you've reached the 4mm, click OK. Once again, the original piece that you've been working with will be the selected piece on your mat, which makes it super easy to be able to take that layer away and delete it off. Of course, we've got lots and lots of sort of cut line details that the machine's having to have a little think about, just processing through, and it will come up with that design as your offset. If we just move what's already on the mat, you'll see it takes away the smallest layer, so we can Object Edit, delete that off, leaving you with the largest size matte layer that we've just created. When we cut that out, we're going to cut that from a nice sturdy cardstock, maybe something like a 300 GSM, but that is then perfectly shaped. If you wanted to create this into a card design, cut that same largest layer twice, and you'd score the back and stick them together at the top for your card design. It would be then like a 10-fold card, or you could fold it along this side and have it as a side fold card as well. Totally up to you. For me, I'm leaving it as a door plaque because I think it will work really, really well on Ruben's bedroom door. But again, the option is there. Let's go ahead and stick these together. So for just ease of use, what I'm using on the reverse of the SVG cut here is a little bit of bookbinding glue just to stick this blue layer down, just coming in with a finer nozzle and catching all those little areas that might need a little bit of anchoring. We're then going to flip that and just place that down. So you've got that even shape, even size all the way round. I love the look of the blue against the white. I think it's really, really eye-catching and just sits so beautifully hugged into that unique card base or plaque base that we have created. That original layer, the letter R that we chose from the machine's memory, again, goes on next with a little bit of bookbinding glue. And once again, because we've chosen to use that offset line, everything just snuggles in as a perfect matte layer, just like so. A little bit of adjustment on that edge, and there we have it. So you've got your R in place. You could choose if you wanted to cut the R from a plain paper, but I thought with the background it looked a little bit fun. It kind of fills in that kind of scenic detailing. From here, we want to go in and nestle in our shapes. I always do kind of like a dry run with this before I stick anything to make sure we're getting positioning right. But we've got the little florals off to one side, again, sitting within that matte layer. We have those two buttercups, one sitting to the top edge here, and the other just nestling in, but coming over the R. I think it's really important when you're building a design like this to have elements overlapping and overlaying one another as well. It makes it feel more organic. That tractor is going to sit in the foreground, again nestled in, so you've got the same amount of matte layer all the way around the edge. And then of course finally our little cow just goes to the side as well. Once you're happy with the placement and everything's working out, we can go ahead and stick. So I have given these a little bit of shaping, just to give them a little lift from the background there. So I'm going to switch over to my Pinflair glue gel, just a few little bits here and there to anchor these elements in place, and making sure we get that nestled in the right orientation, like so. Buttercups next. Let's go ahead and stick a little bit of glue gel behind. And it might be just because you've got finer elements on here, let's just come in with a little bit of the bookbinding glue on the tips of those flowers as well, those little buds. Let's just nestle those flowers into the surround as well. And let's just grab a little bit more glue out on my mat, just because we've got little bits of things like the stalk, for example, that could do with being anchored down before we add that tractor layer over the top, which will keep everything in place anyway. Just adjusting those so they sit within the mat. Same thing with this piece, just the glue gel in the center of the blooms there, and then coming in with a little bit of that bookbinding glue with the glue applicator, just so it holds its position on the plaque that we're making. And just nestling that down. Again, they are going to overlap one another and overlap the letter, as we say. It just adds in a little bit of detailing. Makes it sit nicely within the frame. Next up, the tractor. We are still shaping everything, giving that a little bit of detailing. Going to loop over a little bit of the Pinflair just on those tyres and of course through the centre of the tractor there as well. And then once again, just checking positioning and nestling that down into the design. Again, don't mind that the tractor's coming over the edge of the R. I think it gives it a nice quirky look. And finally, our gorgeous little cow. He's just so, so sweet. And again, perfectly placed for his matte layer with his little feet. But because he's kind of the star of the show and he's right in the foreground, we're going to layer him up twice just to give him a little bit more prominence on the front of this plaque. Just like so. And there's our finished piece. A little unique door plaque, or indeed a card design utilising that weld function with the matte layers from the Buttercup Farm SVG download, and then just layering them up and having a little bit of fun. It's a really lovely little way of working. What I would love for you to do, if you do make something using Buttercup Farm SVGs, please do share it in the group, Highlight Crafts Official, because we love seeing your makes and it's really, really fun to share that inspiration as well. Thank you very much for joining me today, and until next time, we'll see you very soon. If you you would like to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button. Subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below and click the bell icon to receive notifications on all our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video or click here to see more videos like this one.